Hey guys. Alright. So, I am going to be doing something new. Ignore the background mess because I gotta clean. Anyway, I'm going to be doing something new. From the title, it says Monthly Makeup Myths and Legends. And basically, I'm going to talk about things that have happened in Georgia for right now, whether it's murder, mystery, legends, myths, things like that, supernatural, paranormal. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to upload maybe once or twice a month. I haven't really decided yet. So this is just something new that I'm doing to see if I like it. So, but yeah. And all the information I have, like, I will let you know, like, where I got it from first. Because obviously none of this came from my own head. But the one I'm going to be doing today is the Julie Love case, from the Criminal Journal. So, Julie Love, she was born... Hold on. She was born in April 1961. She was born in Birmingham, Alabama. I couldn't find anything on, like, her parents or her siblings. But she was a PE teacher. And, she was actually ended up being found a year after she was abducted. And so we're going to go into that and what happened, and obviously my thoughts and opinions on everything, because I think, honestly, some of the case in the trial was a load of bullshit. Like, I'm being completely honest here. Like, I'm not happy with the way a lot of this case was handled. I'm going to do my best to do my makeup and read my notes at the same time, because I'm blind as a bat right now and I can't see for shit. Hey lovely, how are you? So bear with me. Okay, I have notes, so alright. So on July 11th, 1988, Julie was headed home from a meeting. It was late. It was like an all-day meeting. It was just something that she had to do for work. She was headed home. Well, actually, she was headed to her fiance's house. When her car ran out of gas. Yay. Love that for her. Obviously not really. But, again, I'm doing the best I can. I can't really see. So, she was actually in Atlanta. Her car broke down along Dover Road near Howell Mill Road. So, obviously, whenever her car broke down, she decided she was going to walk. The gas station was only like 2 miles away from where she had broke down at. And so she was on her way to the gas station when Emmanuel Hammond, William Maurice Porter, and let me find the name of the girlfriend. I believe it's Janice Weldon. We'll get to her later, because, bitch, like, I'm telling you, not happy with her. Anyway, so her meeting, ended at like 9:30 that night. So she was on her way to her fiance's house and her car broke down. So she got out and she was like, okay, so I'm going to go and walk to the gas station because it's only 2 miles away. I'll be fine. Well, obviously this was before the invention of cell phones. And so it was one of those things that she was like, okay, she's good, she's got this. Well, her fiance had actually proposed the week before she disappeared. So it was a fairly new engagement, which was, oh, that's so sweet. Love it. Love it for them. Well, whenever it was like 9:45, and Kaplan, the fiance's name was Mark Kaplan, so I'm gonna refer to him as Kaplan. It was like 9:45 and nothing. So he called her house phone and he didn't get an answer. And so he wasn't too worried because she had been like, yeah, I have plans. This is what I'm doing. So he wasn't like super worried. But the next day, it was like 5:30, and a friend had noticed Julie Love's car. I'm just going to refer to her as Love, but had noticed Love's car broken down. Well, because of that, please. So Kaplan went to the location of the car, and he was like, I don't like this. Well, they went to her apartment. Well, they were able to get the condo keys from the manager, and been like, okay, we're going to go in. So whenever they went in, they noticed that there was no signs of struggle or robbery. So now they're like, okay, so she's missing. We're going to report her as missing. Well, a massive manhunt was searched, or not searched, it was formed. A massive search party was formed. Friends, family, Kaplan, they all passed out like over 100,000 flyers, like missing flyers for Julie, just to be like, hey, have you seen her? She's been missing. I don't know where she is. Have you seen her? Have you talked to her? Anything like that. Just trying to get something, some sort of explanation, some sort of anything. Well, in August of 1989, the police actually caught a break in the case. So a woman named Janice Weldon, I mentioned her before. She's the girlfriend. They caught a major break because she actually came forward and she was like, yo, so my boyfriend, Emmanuel Hammond, actually was like trying to kill me because I know too much, apparently. And so he offered somebody like $20,000 to kill me. So because he's trying to kill me, I'm going to tell you what I know. Fine. Awesome. Don't know why it took you a year, but we'll circle back to that. Well, she knew too much, and apparently, according to Weldon, Hammond, which was one of the main kidnappers, he offered an inmate $20,000 to kill Weldon, but he also offered him a job and a car, along with the money to kill his girlfriend because she knew too much. Why wait a year, though? Like, why wait a year if you're going to kill somebody? Just asking. Like, oh, we're fighting. You know too much. You gotta go. So, does she have to go because she knows too much and you're fighting? Or what? Anyway. Well, Weldon told the police that Hammond and William Porter, he is Hammond's cousin, they were responsible for Julie's disappearance. And basically, she was like, I'll wear a wire. I got this. I don't care. I will help you out. So, she wore a wire whenever she went to talk to Porter, which was the cousin. And Porter made all these statements and was like, yeah, this, and this. Basically, he incriminated himself on the wiretap or whatever. Well, because of that, obviously, there was an arrest made. We love that. Well, because of the arrest, because of the arrest, Porter came in. Well, Hammond, they also went to arrest Hammond, but Hammond had already been arrested. Hammond was actually already in Fulton County Jail at the time because, so the reason why Weldon came to the police is because Hammond had tried to strangle her, allegedly. And so Hammond was already in jail for trying to strangle, allegedly trying to strangle his girlfriend. So he was already in jail. They just kind of tacked that disappearance onto his sentence already. And they're like, we're just going to put a pin in that and have all this. Well, July 28th, 1989, Porter, which was the cousin, led the police to the dumping ground on Grove Park Place off Johnson Road in Atlanta. So Love's remains were found under trash and wood and all that stuff. So basically, he led the police straight to her. He was like, here she is. Get my good, you know. Well, the night of, so basically, Porter was like, this is what happened. He just kind of was like, bruh, I got you. Let me tell you everything. Well, so basically, on the night of Love's disappearance, Weldon, which was the girlfriend, Hammond, and Porter, they were riding around, and they spotted Love walking to the gas station. Well, Hammond told Porter, stop the car. He's like, just stop. And then Hammond was like, hey, you need a ride? And Love was like, nah, bro, I'm good. I appreciate it, though. Like, I live right there. I'm good. Well, Love walked to the driveway, and that's whenever Porter and them drove off. Well, as soon as Love kind of went back onto the road, Porter, Hammond, and Weldon, Porter was driving, they stopped, turned around, and started following her again. Well, at this point, Love said, no, I don't need to ride again. And Hammond was like, I think you do. So he forced her into the car. Sorry, I have to flip my pages. Gotta make sure I'm giving y'all the correct information. He forced her into the car with a sawed-off shotgun. Well, obviously she didn't want to get in, and he was like, you know what, you gonna get in this motherfucker. Well, he hit her in the back of the head with the sawed-off. Porter drove to Grove Park Elementary, and they began going through Love's purse. Porter and Weldon, which was Hammond's girlfriend, they went to the ATM with Love's credit cards. Love had given them the wrong pin by accident because she was just so upset and just like, just leave me alone. I don't know what I'm doing with this. This is just, I don't know. I can't see. So we're just going to work with it. Anyway. Well, whenever they came back and they didn't have any money, Hammond, which was the one who had the sawed off, he got really, really mad. And whenever they came back, and obviously they didn't have any money, he started getting really violent with Love, like to the point that he kept hitting her over the face, like over the head, with the shotgun. So whenever that happened, Porter being a giant fucking douchebag, decided he was going to sexually assault Love. Because again, he was a giant douchebag. Because he's just a jackass. Well, Love told Hammond and Porter and Weldon that, hey, I have more credit cards at my apartment. Please, we can go get them. Just let me go. Don't kill me, you know. Well, they were unable to get in due to security, which pissed Hammond off even more. Well, I'm not sure why they were unable to get in. I think, honestly, because, like, I don't think they used Love to get in. I don't think they were like, we're gonna follow you in. I think they, like, tried to take her keys, and the security was like, well, where are you going? Who are you with? Stuff like that. And the security guard or whatever was just like, you don't live here, you gotta go. Well, again, obviously that pissed him off. Weldon, the girlfriend, she was like, I'm tired of this. I want to go home. Take me home. So she was dropped off at home, which again, little baby back bitch. I'll explain that more later. So after they dropped Weldon off, they went back to the elementary school. Hammond and Porter actually took clothes hangers. I believe they were in the trunk. But they took clothes hangers and they wrapped them around Love's neck and started to pull on each side. So, like, Hammond was on one side and, well, not Weldon, Porter was on the other. And they just started strangling her. Somehow, Love managed to break free. And, of course, she ran. Well, whenever she ran, she was actually still caught, which sucks. But she was able to get free. Well, whenever she was caught, she ended up being bound by the clothes hangers, and then they threw a sheet over her, like, so she couldn't see or get away. Well, Hammond grabbed her and carried her into the woods, and then he shot her. He shot her in the back of the head, or shot her in the head. Whenever Hammond came back, he had blood on him, obviously, because he shot somebody. Porter was like, bruh, because he saw the blood, and he was like, you didn't do what I think you did. And Hammond just responded, had to, like, nonchalantly, like, he didn't give a shit. Well, that's what happened. So we're going to jump back to 1988, July 12th, which was the next day, like 7 a.m. Hammond went home to Weldon, which was his girlfriend, and he told her, he was like, yeah, I shot her. I killed her. Like, he just told her, like, point blank, yeah, I shot and killed her. Like, not that big of a deal. Like, excuse you, you just killed somebody. You're a douche. That is a big deal, but whatever. Okay, whatever. What makes me mad is, like, she waited a year to say something only because Hammond was just gonna freaking kill her. Like, you're meaning to tell me that you're gonna hold all of this, that you were an accessory, you were an accomplice, because you were there, you helped kidnap this woman, and it just makes me mad. Well, from my understanding, Weldon actually ended up testifying against Porter and Hammond. In February 1990, the Fulton County Superior Court, Weldon claimed that Hammond was racist and hated white people. He said more than once that if he ever got a white woman, he would kill her. So, of course, he was a jackass. Because why not? Why not be a jackass on top of everything else? You know, just sprinkle the jackass in. Well, so that was fun. Well, what pisses me off the most is that because Janice Weldon testified against Porter and against Hammond, she got full fucking immunity. She didn't have to serve any time in jail. She didn't have to be on probation. She didn't have to do anything. So she legit was a part of this. And because she was like, yo, I will testify, I got you. Because she came forward. And she was like, bruh, this is what happened. She got full immunity. And I'm sitting over here like, you were a part of it. Why do you get full immunity? That's not fair. You should at least get something because you were involved. But of course, I don't deal with any of that. I just teach. But it frustrated me whenever I was doing the research on this because I was like, bruh, seriously? Like, that was... It just made me mad, okay? Well, Porter and Hammond, they were charged with murder and armed robbery. Porter was also charged with rape because he sexually assaulted Hammond, or he sexually assaulted Love. Porter actually pled guilty to the charges because he didn't want to get the death penalty, and he apologized to Love's family. Yes, because an apology is going to make it better whenever you fucking kill somebody. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I killed her, or like, I was there, and I kind of helped kill her, but I'm so sorry. Yes, because that makes everything so much better. Like, come on now. Like, you're gonna sit here and tell me that everything's better because you apologize? Sweetie, it's not the way the world works. Like, come on now. That made me so mad. But, I'm just like, seriously. Well, so the information, like, I've been using is from the Criminal Journal. Well, according to the Criminal Journal, Porter places all of the blame on Hammond. He was like, Hammond was the killer. Hammond was the mastermind. This was all Hammond's idea. I was just there along for the ride. I just drove. I didn't even kill her. I wasn't even there. I didn't see him kill her. I was in the car. Like, he just kind of gave all these excuses as to why he wasn't, like, the biggest perpetrator in the scenario. It was like, it's all Hammond. It's all Hammond. It's not all Hammond, but whatever. Well, Porter is serving 2 consecutive life sentences. The jury deliberated for 8 hours and found Hammond guilty and sentenced him to death by lethal injection. They're like, bruh, you suck, K-bye, gotta go. Like, you do too much, you gotta go. Which, good for them, because he needed to go. You okay? Oh yeah, sorry. Well, January 25th, 2011. 2011. This happened in 1989. Like, yeah, this happened in 1989. And 2011 is whenever Hammond was executed. He was executed at 11:39 p.m. He was 45, and he was executed in Jackson, Georgia State Prison. So, he finally got his. Well, because of this tidbit that I did not find out until I was continuously doing research, Hammond was black and Love was white. So, and according to AP News website, which is where I also got some of my information from, a letter was sent and threatened more violence if another white woman was attacked by a black guy. This letter was from a group who took responsibility for the mailbox bombings in 1989. Because people just saw it as a race thing. And so whenever a white woman was targeted by a black man, of course, everybody's going to turn it into a race thing. And so they decided that, well, if they're going to continue to target white women, we're just going to have more mailbox bombs. That's what we're going to do. Well, the bombs were supposedly, so the people who wrote the letter and who wrote the letter and claimed responsibility for the mailbox bombings, they basically said the whole reason why we did these bombings is because she was killed. Like, okay, I understand that you are upset, but I don't think you need to turn it into a race thing. I think it was just Hammond is an asshole thing, not that it was because she was white. I think it was something along the lines of, he's just an asshole. Plain and simple. And so he's just an asshole, and he just wanted to kill somebody. Like, I don't feel like it was because she was white. I feel like it's because he wanted to kill somebody. He wanted to just be a jackass and hurt somebody. So, and of course, I looked into the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and that said that her disappearance frightened Buckhead residents and it drew national attention. So they ended up turning her death into something political and something with race. And I don't think it was either. Like, from what I've read, from my research, I personally do not think it was, I don't think it began as something political. I don't think it began as something race-wise. I think it was just, he's an asshole. To be honest, I think that's all it was, is he's just an asshole. And he wanted to see if he could get away with it. And obviously he didn't, but he got away with it long enough for him to be like, okay, I'm good, you know? And that's my whole thing is, why is this one like out this way and this one like, anyway. And that's my whole thing is, I don't think it was a race thing. I don't think it was supposed to be political. I think it was just because we have asshole people in the world. And that's my honest opinion. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this case. I'm glad that she got justice for all the shit she went through, just because it sucks. And I feel horrible for her family, for her fiance, because she didn't do anything wrong. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time because somebody wanted to be a giant douche. Plain and simple. But honestly, all I wanted to do was my eyeshadow today, so. But I think that it is just one of those things that we may never know. Obviously, we're not going to know the real reason why he did it, because A, he's dead, and B, he probably wouldn't ever tell us the actual reason. Because I highly doubt he's going to be like, oh yeah, I did it because I'm a douche. I mean, it'd be nice if people did it. Like, oh yeah, I just did this because I'm a giant douche. That's all. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just a dick. It'd be nice if people did do that, but you know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story. Let me know if you liked it. I have another one that I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do it next Sunday or what. We will see. Let me know if this is something that you would be interested in. If not, tell me what you would be interested in. Like I said, I'm going to start off with doing just Georgia for right now because home state, gotta represent. But not just that, just because there's so much going on in Georgia that we don't even know. So, and I'm excited to dig into Georgia's history and see stuff that I don't know about, that we weren't taught in school, stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah. So just remember, stay safe, stay comfortable, and stay frosty. Bye, guys.